Hey yo, it's the Bro Show.
Welcome to the Bro Show.
It's the Bro Show.
You already know, bro.
It's the Bro Show.
Welcome to the Bro Show.
What is up? What is up, y'all? The Bro Show is back again, back in action. Let's get right into it. As you know, I'm starting the clock. 2 minutes, Link, starting now. First topic is the Final Four. We've got number 9, Florida Atlantic versus number 5, San Diego State. We've got 5, Miami versus 4, UConn. No Blue Bloods this year. No Kentucky, no Duke, no Kansas, no North Carolina. No Indiana, which is a Blue Blood, even though their colors are red, which I had to explain to Link. Link, will this trend continue, or is this a one-off thing? This no Blue
I wouldn't say it would continue like every year, but it's definitely going to be every other year, every 2 years. It's not going to be a Blue Blood in the Final Four every year anymore, I don't think, especially with Roy Williams and Coach K leaving. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to continue, but I don't think it's going to be irrelevant.
So for you, is the reason that the Blue Bloods aren't there is because this turning over of these old geezer coaches that go into retirement, who had great careers, Hall of Fame careers, but some of these guys are getting so old, it's like, hey, Boeheim, they booted him out. And, you know, these other guys, it was just a matter of time. You know, the game's changing. Is the coaches leaving the reason, or is it something else for you?
Well, I feel like more teams are just getting better, getting more coaches, and the recruits aren't just, you know, back then it used to be recruits were going to Duke, North Carolina, no matter what, some of those Blue Bloods, Kentucky, Kansas, Indiana. Now I feel like the recruits are going everywhere where they can play.
I agree.
All that.
This is a trend I saw when I played D2 basketball in Colorado. We had guys we had a 7-foot guy from Wyoming. We had a 6'5" kid from out here in Cali that would take off from the free throw line. We had another guard that was 220, could handle it, shoot it. There are guys at the D2 level that can absolutely play D1. There's some type of situation. There's guys at a low major D1 that could play at the Duke, play at Kentucky, that couldn't get the exposure. It used to be where there were players that were just so much better. That is not the case anymore. There are guys that can play on every single level. So for me, it's not as much about these coaches leaving and going and doing something else. To me, it's the field is level, especially at the guard position. In terms of guards, there's guards that can play everywhere. You get in the tournament, you get hot from three, then you can knock off those teams as we've seen. So I think this trend will continue. I think, like Link said, I think that, yeah, Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky, those are the Blue Bloods. They'll be in there, but I think that you'll see more and more teams like this that make their way in from lower seeds going forward. Real quick, Link, who's your national champion? Give it to me.
Miami.
Miami? You like Miami?
Miami's my national champion.
Florida Atlantic shocked the world. That's my national champion. Mark it down. You heard it here first. Go to Vegas, everybody. Okay, moving on to the next topic, NFL. Clock starting now. Lamar Jackson asked for a trade in a tweet. What was I saying? Lamar Jackson confirms on a Twitter post March 2nd he asked the Ravens organization for a trade. He thanks the fans. Didn't thank anyone else in that post, ironically. Link, do you think that he actually moves from Baltimore? And if so, where does he go? Where does he fit? Where does he go?
Where does he? I feel like he might fit in Atlanta. It depends, though. That offense is strictly run for him. But, you know, I've argued with my dad about this a few times. He says, well, Lamar can't run that offense anywhere else. Well, great quarterbacks, they get their offense changed for them. Josh Allen got his offense changed. Cleveland's going to have to change their offense, or Deshaun Watson isn't going to be Deshaun Watson. Chiefs changed their offense from Mahomes. So it's I think he fits best at Atlanta or Washington, but I don't know if he's going to get traded because I don't know. As soon as they put the franchise tag on him, people started backing away. Teams started backing away. So I don't know.
So you think if he does get traded, it makes the most sense in Atlanta or Washington?
Or New York, but, you know, New York wants Aaron Rodgers.
He ain't going to New York. Aaron Rodgers is going to New York. And both of those quarterbacks in Atlanta and Washington are bums, so they should trade Lamar Jackson and trade Ritter and Wentz for just them and maybe a washing machine if they can get that.
I actually think they cut Wentz.
They probably will. Okay, yeah, so there you go. They have the space. I think he goes to New England. I think Bill Belichick.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
Makes some move for him. He goes to New England. He fits in perfectly there. New England wants to win the football, control the ball. He'll fit in right there. They'll have a perfect scheme for him, and then they want to play defense. It's very similar to the way Baltimore plays. I think with Bill Belichick there too, I think that would be a good situation for Lamar. So I think if he gets traded, he goes to New England. But ultimately, I think this was a tactic by Lamar to kind of get the money that he wants. So I think he just said that, but I think eventually Baltimore does give in and pay him what he wants. So I don't think he moves. But if he moves, to me, New England makes the most sense. It's also cold, and there's not much to do like Baltimore. We're moving on to the NBA for these last two topics. The season is about to end, Link, and there was a huge trade. The Mavericks get KYRIE. The Mavericks are 4-13 since the KYRIE trade. They now sit at 37-40. Are currently not in the playoffs, not even in the play-in. So now, do you think the KYRIE trade was a mistake? At this point, is it fair to say it was a bad trade?
I wouldn't say bad trade, but you never know with KYRIE. So, he might leave tomorrow. He might stop playing.
He might go on a sabbatical.
So I would have invested in him, I guess, but I wouldn't have gave up as much as I did. I gave up all my good role players.
Gave up all your depth.
I gave up Dinwiddie. I gave up Dorian Finney-Smith. I think there was one other person. I can't get his name off the top of my head, though. And Jason Kidd is acting like a retard by not playing Christian Wood. I mean, you got to play your best center. Powell is what, 6'9"? He's not hanging with Embiid. Well, they're in the West, so he's not hanging with AD. He's not hanging with any of those dudes. So the Mavericks messed up on that trade. I think
you could go back if you were the GM right now. Would you have still done the KYRIE trade if you're Dallas's GM right now? Yes or no? No. Okay. Mikal Bridges is also. I want to shout out. There was a 3-team deal, so Phoenix was involved in that. Mikal Bridges is in New York right now, going crazy. The man's going to get a huge contract, houses, cars, islands, whatever the hell he wants. The KYRIE trade was 1,000% a mistake. You took two ball-dominant players, put them on the same team, two guys that cannot play on the ball, and two guys that are not good defenders, that are subpar defenders. Therefore, you're trying to outscore everyone off straight isolation, and you have multiple mismatches on the defensive front. You lose all your depth. So it's 100% a mistake. I said from the beginning that I didn't think that this was going to work out, and I think KYRIE will probably be on the move again this offseason. He enters free agency, right?
And if KYRIE's on the move again this offseason, Luka Doncic will be on the move this offseason.
I don't know about that. They've committed everything to him, but it was a terrible trade. I think that KYRIE will be on the move again, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. So, okay, moving on to the last topic today. The first 3 seeds in the West are locked up. We've got Denver, Memphis, Sacramento. Everyone else is trying to move up, get good round matchups. Who are the true contenders in the West? The Lakers are now in the 7th seed, which I said was what they had to do to have a chance. Could even move up to the 6, maybe even the 5 is realistic now. But Link, who are your true contenders in the Western Conference?
My true contenders are the Lakers, Warriors, Suns, Clippers, Kings, Nuggets, and Grizzlies.
So you have 7 true contenders.
Yes, I think.
Let's just pick every team that makes the playoffs as a contender.
Dude, I truly think all those teams, except maybe for the Kings, can win a championship.
You think the Kings can? You think Memphis can win a championship this year?
Yeah, I do.
Denver can win a championship this year?
They're the 1 seed for a reason.
There's 3 contenders in the West, and maybe one. It's the Suns. It's the Suns, the Warriors, the defending champions, and then I'd say the Clippers or the Lakers. It depends. I think the Lakers are probably one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. I would not want to see them in the first round at all. And the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and probably the most depth in the NBA, so they can beat anyone and get hot.
Wow. You're not going to mention Russ?
Yeah, they have that guy too. What's his name again? Him? He's still in the league? Yeah, he had 22 and 1/2 the other day. I'll give it to him.
He had 36 and 10 dimes. Actually,
but I'm still, I don't know. That could be the reason that they lose a playoff series. But those are the true contenders. Those are the true contenders.
Maybe not the Kings. I have 6.
The Grizzlies have no chance. The Grizzlies no. The Grizzlies have no shot. The Nuggets don't have any shot either. I saw the Nuggets lose by 20 the other night when Jokic didn't play.
I saw the Bucks.
Jokic is going to play, but I
saw the Bucks lose by 40 the other night. Yeah. Does that mean they're contenders?
The Bucks have won a championship. The Nuggets have never been to a championship. What they go to one Western Conference Finals?
The Nuggets haven't been healthy.
Yeah, so it's the same thing for them every year. They have been healthy.
And it's the Lakers when healthy is my contender too.
No,
because it's not 100%.
The Lakers are going to be healthy. They're going to be full speed. LeBron's coming back.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
AD could get hurt any moment. AD got hurt last night, but he came back.
A little few bumps and rub some salt on it. It'll be okay. All right, that's it for us. Let's gear in, watch this Final Four. I'm excited. Florida Atlantic, baby. Florida Atlantic. Boca Raton's going up. Shout out to Will. Shout out to my boy Will. Boca Raton's going crazy. I wish I was there.
If we do, by chance, release this after the Final Four games start, just know we recorded it before the games start.
Yeah, if that happens. That's a good link. That's a good legal thing there. You always put in like a bylaw, if whatever. So I'm glad you're learning for when we do your contracts later in life. So we can say blah, 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 and we want a car and a beach house in Malibu. And we can write all those things in. So we're learning. Okay. That's
right.
And a golf trip. That's it for us. Over to the gambling guru for his picks, his Final Four picks. I think he's playing golf right now, so he might do it on the golf course with the stogie. But all right, y'all. Have a great week. Enjoy the Final Four, and we'll see you next time. Broshow, baby. Link virtual. We got to work on it. All right.
Yeah, we got to work on it.
Hello, Cowboys and Cowgirls. I'm the Texas Gambling Guru, and welcome back to your favorite segment. We got beat down, fell off the bull, but we get right back up, and we ride again, baby. Let's ride right into it. With NCAA men's basketball, we got the semifinals. We've got FAU taking on San Diego State University. San Diego State 2.5-point favorite. I like the underdog here. The 9 seed's going to go to the championship. FAU, see you Monday night. Joining FAU Monday night, we've got the winner of Miami at UConn. UConn 5.5-point favorite. It should be. UConn win this game. Too good, too well coached, too athletic. UConn's going to roll into Houston as well. See you Monday night. Pivoting a little bit to women's basketball. Electric semifinals. Now to the finals. LSU taking on Iowa. Iowa's actually the favorite. 2.5-point favorite? Shout out to all my Iowans. They're going to bring home a national championship come Sunday night. Go Iowa. That girl got ice in her veins. They win. They beat LSU. Go Hawkeyes. That's all we got, folks. Now, I can't guarantee these picks, but I can give them the Texas creative approval. Yeah! Happy gambling, friends.
Hey, yo. It's the Bro Show.
Welcome to the Bro Show.
It's the Bro Show.
You already know, bro.
It's the Bro Show.
Welcome to the Bro Show.